The Last House feels like Netflix trying to channel and bring an M. Night Shyamalan film to their streaming service without actually using M. Night Shyamalan as a filmmaker or director or being utilized in any capacity whatsoever. If you don't know what I'm talking about, The Last House is an action survival thriller film where a family gets trapped inside a house due to some rain that comes outside, basically sealing them in with some magical force, and they don't know if they will survive or even if they'll ever be able to leave their house again for the rest of their lives. What I will say is that for I think about 60 to 80% of the runtime of this entire film, this film had me locked in. I was in the zone. I was thinking this is going to be one of the best Netflix original films of all time in the history of the service. Because as I said earlier, this feels like an M. Night Shyamalan film if they didn't use him as a director or part of the filmmaking team whatsoever. And M. Night Shyamalan is one of my favorite directors of all time. My one big issue with this film, though, is that it devolves at the end of its runtime to just being a run-of-the-mill family escape action film, which I think kind of is what sets this film up to failure for me. Now, I don't think this movie is bad whatsoever. I just think it stumbles at the finish line right when it's about to be one of my favorite films in Netflix's history, as I said earlier. I think performance-wise across the board, they all actually do a pretty good job. Our four members of our family here, as well as a dog in this film, who does a very good job. And honestly, there's one thing in this film that made me cry so insanely much, which I don't really do in Netflix films very often, but that dog made me do it. I was just really hoping this film could hold and retain what made this film so great for the full duration to the end of its initial runtime.